Okay, I'm hoping this is working. Okay, it is. Okay. Hopefully you can see me. Hi, YouTube cuties. So this is my second edition of the What I Pack for Disney World. The first one, I sort of ran down a list of things. This time I'm actually going to physically show you things that I pack. I'm going to throw them into a box as I go along. The first thing you need to know is that we don't check any bags at the airport. We have not checked bags in years. Part of it is because my little son is on the autism spectrum and he's a rock star and he doesn't do lines, so waiting to check in, waiting at the conveyor on the other end to pick up our bags is always a nightmarish disaster. So to streamline that, what we started doing was we ship our stuff down UPS third day. And really with the cost of what airlines are charging you for checked bags now and the overage and weight, we find that it really is a wash price-wise. And this way I'm also able to pack everything that I could possibly need under the sun for a Disney trip. So the box that I have now is in absolutely no order. I am just going to grab and talk about. So get your beverage, get your snack, go potty. Get comfortable, because once again, I am discussing Disney World and this ain't gonna be short. Let's get into it. Like I said, I'm just gonna grab things and discuss them as they're in my paws. So I mentioned to you guys that we ship down water bottles. And this is one of the things that shipping allows us to bring more of. Disney water is lousy. It is not Disney water, Florida water is disgusting, and Disney uses Florida water, so by default Disney water is disgusting. Disney charges you $2.50 for a bottle of bottled water. And that can add up really, really quick cost-wise, but you need to drink the water because you have to stay hydrated. So it's kind of like this whole vicious thing. So what we do is we pack our own water bottles. And I mentioned to you in our last video that my husband packs a really big container that he packs, that he puts ice in the morning. He takes this big 34-ounce clear, you can just see it's just a clear container, and he fills it with ice at the ice machine. Every resort, I believe, has ice machines available for guests. And if for some reason the value resorts don't have ice machines, it's been a while since I stayed at a value resort, I can't remember. And that's not a knock on value resorts. I am a big fan of value resorts. It's just that we're Disney Vacation Club members, so we don't stay at value resorts anymore. That's not me being snotty or obnoxious or hoity-toity or anything. It's just, but when we stayed at them, I enjoyed them very much. But I can't remember if they have ice machines or not. So if they don't, for whatever reason, you can certainly take a bottle like this, or even you can use a Ziploc bag and go to the cafeteria and fill it up with ice there. You will find that it's lovely to have cool ice to either rub on your neck, put in a washcloth, put in some drinks as you go throughout the day. The other thing that I have in here is the powdered Gatorade G2 packs. I think the two things that ruin a vacation faster than anything else in the world are getting dehydrated and getting sunburned. So to that end, I always carry around these Gatorade G2 packs that have the electrolytes in them. You all know what Gatorade is. And the G2 is just the lower calorie version of Gatorade. And these packets are meant to go in a 20-ounce bottle of water. So I usually buy a whole bunch of them, and then my husband has his ice, and I use, shut up, yes, it's Hello Kitty. This is my water bottle for the parks. As you can see, it's completely flat when it's empty. So that's really nice, and it's got this little clip on it so I can hang it off the edge of my bag. Everybody in my family carries their own water bottle. Each kid has their own backpack that they carry. And so everybody starts out the day with a full reusable water bottle full of ice cold water. Usually it's got some ice in it or whatever. And the kids and my husband carries that big one that I showed you, but he also carries just a traditional sports, reusable water bottle, the kind you would carry to the gym or on a jog, that kind of thing. In the same theme of bottles of water being expensive and things like that, one of the I call it a hidden cost that sneaks up on you are snacks. Between the bottles of water that are $2.50 each and the Mickey bar that's like $4, snacks can add up, and all of a sudden for a family of 4 at the end of vacation, you spent $300 or $400 that you didn't expect to spend just on snacks alone. So I like to pack my own snacks. These are just Disney fruit snacks. I'm certainly not that obsessed with Disney that I have to take Disney snacks into a Disney park. It just happened that these were the ones that my children picked. So I pack fruit snacks. I pack the Ritz Bits with the peanut butter. I pack the orange peanut butter crackers. I pack, where is it? This stuff is really, really good. This is called Go-Go Squeeze. It is non-refrigerated applesauce, and it comes in little containers. I know you can't see, but you unscrew the lid, you squeeze it out. It's just kind of like applesauce on the go. My son really, really loves these. This one is apple strawberry, and they also have cinnamon apple and regular apple, and there was one more that I can't remember, but you can probably find these in your grocery or your supermarket. And one pouch is 3/4 of a serving of fruit. So, whatever. Anyway, so my son loves these, so I pack these. We pack goldfish. I pack graham crackers. I pack, sometimes I'll pack those little containers of Pringles. Just, you know, little snacky things to keep them tied over, to keep them munched on, so that I don't have to buy them, you know, $4 or $5 worth of snacks every 5 minutes. If you're going to be shipping things down, please do not forget, as I have on many, many occasions, to ship down in your box. If you are going to do this whole making a box, creating it, shipping it down thing, pack in your box a pair of scissors, a roll of tape, and your shipping labels to go home with. So often I have completely forgotten to do any of these things, and I've been stuck scrambling, waiting for mousekeeping to bring up a roll of tape, which they are understandably hesitant to give me because this is the sort of thing that they would never see again, and they need it. So please pack your own tape, your own scissors, and your own return home labels. It just makes life a lot easier for everybody. Again, like I said, I'm just grabbing things, so this is kind of disjointed. But again, going back to the lousy Florida water, the other thing that you can do that I like are the Mio liquids. These are kind of nice in the restaurants because every restaurant serves you ice water when you sit down. But again, it's still the lousy, disgusting Florida water. And I am insulting nobody, and it is no secret that Florida water is lousy. Even the natives know it, so I insult nobody by sharing this with you. These are kind of nice to keep in your bag, and you can use these in the restaurants. It'll just flavor your water and save you a couple bucks on a drink, too. So, whatever. Again, in the same vein of snacks, we pack trail mix as well for the grown-ups. Kids don't really care for trail mix. I am a huge chronic overpacker. Huge. I overpack all the time, and I will show you in another video when I actually get physically packing. I'll set the camera up and I'll show it to you. But these things I love. They're called space bags to go. And they're just like space bags. They act just like the regular space bags, but you don't need a vacuum to seal them off. You just need your big old fat butt sitting on it, pushing the air out, and then you just zip it closed as you're pushing the air out. And it does the same thing. It vacuum seals your clothing, and these bags are totally reusable. They're awesome. I think I got mine at Bed Bath & Beyond. It's like a package of 5 or 6 different sizes for I think 25 bucks. And they're totally reusable. I use them all the time. Here is the a package of the Gatorade powder that I use. Oh, and one of the other things I should mention to you too is if you have little kids like toddlers or preschoolers, you don't necessarily want to give them Gatorade or the Mio, but you do want them to drink. And juice is really high in sugar and doesn't really hydrate very well. One of the things that I used to do, but I don't do anymore because my guys are bigger now, and again, if you're shipping, this works better, is bring down a bottle of Pedialyte, the unflavored Pedialyte. You can mix it in with juice or, you know, that kind of thing. I know they also have the flavored Pedialyte, so you could consider something like that to keep them hydrated, but please, make sure that your family drinks water and stays hydrated. I've been dehydrated in Disney World, and it is a vacation wrecker. It's awful. Sunburn, like I said, is probably the next worst offense in ruining a vacation. I am really fair-skinned. I know it's hard to tell in this video, but I call myself Casper the Ghost. I'm up against the wall and you can't see me. I'm all camouflaged. So I am really, really big on sunblock and keeping the sun off of my body. I also hate baseball caps. I don't wear them. I insist that everybody else in my family wears them. My 2 sons wear them. My husband wears them. I hate baseball caps. So I carry a mini umbrella in my bag. This is my hat. I pull this out. It covers my shoulders, the back of my neck, my head, and it gives me shade. This is really awesome. If you don't like baseball caps, if you don't like hats in general, as I don't, I suggest grabbing a mini umbrella. This one came from Target. It's just a Totes Elements umbrella. 15 bucks I think I paid. But this umbrella has come with me on, I'd say, close to 15 of my last trips. And it's really a good, sturdy little umbrella. It gets hot down in Disney World. We all know that, right? Especially in the upcoming summer months. It's, I know, in the high 80s, low 90s during the day now. One of the ways that you can combat the heat is with these Mr. Spray fans. They're battery operated. These need AA batteries, I believe. You just fill them up at any water fountain. They have lanyards so your kids can put them around their necks. I have 2 of them, one for each one of my boys. And the mist comes out here, you can sort of see. And the fan blades are floppy, they're not going to hurt anybody kind of fan blades. I got these on Amazon for $8 each. You can buy these in Disney World. Absolutely, you can. These are actually the Disney World colors. These are the colors of their fan. And they've got all the Disney stuff on it, and they will charge you $18 for the same thing. So please, buy those before you go. Don't be that person paying $18 as I have in the past. Yes, Ziploc bags. This is one of my favorite packing things. This is one of my favorite things to pack. I never ever go a Disney trip without Ziploc bags. If you're not shipping down and you're carrying suitcases, which is totally groovy, if that's the way you do things, that's totally fine. Take the Ziploc bags out of their container bags, lay them flat on the bottom of your suitcase. They will take up no room at all, but please pack your Ziploc bags. You will find them handy for everything. Everything. From packing leftovers to packing snacks to wet bathing suits to shoes to wallets, watches, keys, camcorders, cell phones on wet rides, wet washcloths when you're leaving the park in the morning, that kind of thing. I also often will put, these are the gallon size, I'll put the kids' water bottles into a Ziploc bag so that if they leak, nothing else in their bag gets wet. They're just good for a myriad of uses, and you don't realize how many times you use them until you're down there and you're like, holy smokes, love the Ziploc. Each one of my boys carries their own backpack in the park. Everybody carries their own bag. We sort of split up our daily Sherpa duties, as it were, in the park. Everybody carries their own stuff. The kids carry their own water bottles. They carry their own rain ponchos. They carry their own baseball hats, their own sunglasses, their own snacks. Did I say water bottles? I did, didn't I? And each kid always likes to walk out of the hotel room with a toy. So they each get to carry their own toys. And anything else that they want to buy in the parks, anything that, they purchase, they want to carry around, it goes in their own backpacks. So it just sort of saves wear and tear on mommy and daddy. So if your child is old enough to carry a backpack, I highly recommend getting just a small size backpack. Sunglasses. We cannot forget sunglasses because they're muy importante. That's one pair. Pairs in here somewhere, I'll find it later. This is one of my favorite tips that I read on a board somewhere. I read this somewhere. We all have smartphones. We all have, electronic equipment that uses Wi-Fi, cell phones that have games and apps, and the batteries often drain very quickly. In Disney World, there really is no place to charge your phones or your cameras or your camcorders. So aside from, I recommend that you have a backup battery for your cameras and your camcorders and things like that. I know I have 2. This is a rechargeable recharger for your phone. You plug this into your computer, it charges up, it has an on-off switch, and when your battery on your phone is getting low, you just have to take your, I don't have it up here, but your cord, the cord that attaches your phone to your computer, and you plug it into here, and this will charge your battery. It will bring it back to life for you. So something like this, I think I paid $25 on Amazon, and it is rechargeable, so it's not a one and done. So something like this is really, really handy to have around the parks. I can't tell you how many times a trip I am thankful that I have this, and I feel very clever for having purchased it and carrying it around the parks. What else? Oh, yes. So I talked to you about how I think sunburn can ruin a vacation faster than anything, and it really can. It's awful to walk around sunburned. It's so uncomfortable and it's painful. I am vigilant about sunblock with my family. One of the tips that I got off of a dermatological friend, a friend that's a dermatologist, dermatological friend, I don't know what that makes her. She's a dermatologist. She suggested that when I get out of the shower in the morning, instead of slathering my body with moisturizer to keep myself, pretty, I buy the lotion sunblock and use that in place of a moisturizer. So in the morning, before we go to the parks, when I get out of the shower, I use this head to toe. This goes everywhere. Ears, neck, you know, everywhere. Everywhere that I would normally put lotion, this goes. And it's a nice foundation. It's a nice starting base for your sunblock. And it certainly doesn't have to be this sunblock. It could be any lotion sunblock that you want. I am not a big fan of lotion sunblocks for my family, simply because I often miss too many spots because my kids are way too wiggly. So I like the Lotion Ultra Mist, the spray sunblock for them. So this is the Kids Banana Boat SPF 50. And for my husband, I have the Banana Boat Sport SPF 85. This is for him. This will go in his backpack. For myself, I have the Neutrogena Ultimate Sport SPF 100. Told you I was serious about my sunblock, right? SPF 100. And then, because I hate to wear hats, I often wind up with a sunburned scalp because, you know. So I found this. This is called Banana Boat Quick Dry Sport Body and Scalp, and it's a SPF 30. I've never tried it before, so I will do a field run and I will let you know how it goes. But something like this is not a bad idea because so often we leave our scalp exposed, we leave our head exposed and don't think about it. And I have had sunburned scalp and it does not tickle. What else do this is for my face. This is Age Shield Face Sunblock. It's again Neutrogena SPF 90. So I will put the Bullfrog Lotion Sunblock on my face. Then I will put this on over that. So, and I have a tinted moisturizer that I use while I'm down there. That's an SPF 15, so that adds even a little bit more. One of the things that I do when I ship down, and this really only works if you're shipping your stuff, so if you're not, disregard this, hangers. I never feel that there are enough hangers in the room, so I always like to ship down a couple of things of hangers. These are kids' hangers. The rooms don't have children's hangers, so I like to ship down hangers for the kids' stuff so they, look semi-presentable during the day. One of the other things that I found really helps is when you're in the parks, often we forget to reapply sunblock. We go too long without reapplying it, and that's when sunburn occurs. The UV Sun Sense, these are armbands or wristbands that tell you when it's time to reapply your sunblock. So it's just kind of like a gentle nudgy reminder. It changes color, and you can, it just sort of helps remind you when it's time to reapply sunblock. So often I know we are lulled into a false sense of security. Oh, well, I put sunblock on, I don't need to reapply it. So that kind of helps you remember that, yeah, you actually do need to reapply it. I told you guys I carry a first aid kit around the park. This is my first aid kit. Shut up, I'm a girl, I don't care if I have boys. I'm a girl. It's going in my bag, it's my bag. In here I have little packages of Neosporin, I have Band-Aids, I have, what do I have in here? I have Dramamine for my little guy who gets motion sick but loves to go on rides like teacups and that kind of thing. I have Pepto-Bismol for upset tummies. I have allergy medication for grown-ups and for kids. I will have like headache medicine like children's Advil, Tylenol, ibuprofen. What else goes in here? I think that's it. Some Modime D, that kind of stuff. Just, your basic emergency. And each park does have a first aid station. So if you don't want to pack that kind of a bag, if you don't want to pack a first aid kit, don't sweat it because every park does have a place where you can go and they have all that stuff there. I've discussed tissues with you in the past. The tissues are important. They're nice to have. Oh, yes. If you are down there, check your schedule, please, and see if they're doing Main Street Electrical Parade. If they are, you must go to it. Go back to your room, take a nap, make sure you get up and don't miss it. It's one of my favorite things that Magic Kingdom does. But during that, there will be a lot of push carts. I don't think anybody does marketing or selling silly things the way Disney World does more than maybe Kiss. Kiss is probably the only other marketing genius that even compares to Disney. But Disney has these vendors with push carts, and they're selling glow sticks and glow wands and fiber optic wands and crowns for the princesses and swords for the princes and and they cost so much money. It's just so much easier to bring your own down. I got these. These are glow stick neon bracelets. They are 15 in here. They are, what colors? Yellow, pink, green, orange, and purple. And I got these in the dollar section of Target. So, I can't tell you how much money this is saving me. And my kids are always thrilled with it. They're happy. What else? Going into my first aid kit will also be, not all of these, but alcohol swabs. Good for first aid stuff. It does rain down there. It will rain. You may want a poncho or two. Please, this is something that you should purchase before you go down at your dollar store, at CVS, at Target, at Walmart, wherever you go for this sort of thing. Disney will charge you. This is the kind of thing that Disney will charge you a premium for. If you don't pack this, if you forget it, if it's something that simply does not fit in your bag, don't sweat it too hard. The Disney ponchos are pretty well made, and if you take care of them, they will last you a few trips, and often they're a nice souvenir to bring home. So if you have to buy one, it's not a flimsy one like these. It's not a one and done. It's they'll last you. So if you have to buy one down there, not a huge deal. It's just, a way to save money that, you and 50 or 60,000 of your closest friends will be wandering throughout the park all day at any given day. Everybody is germy. Little kids have sticky hands. People go down there sick. Different hygiene habits. And more often than I'd like to admit, we wind up sick. Not through any faults of our own, but simply because we've grabbed the same handle that little Bubba, who has mononucleosis, grabbed. This stuff is great for sort of, quietly spraying on rides and door handles and bathrooms and anything that, other people have touched or may touch. Disinfectant spray. I like to, I use this when we're going to eat. I spray the table down. I spray the backs of the chairs, that kind of thing. So it's just, I got this at Target. It's just a good thing to have in your bag. It doesn't take up much room in your purse, in your park bag. What else? I happen to love my pedometer in the park. This is a new one because my last one I dropped and then stepped on. So I got myself a new pedometer. You will average between 7 and 18 miles in any given day, depending on where you are, how far you're walking, how ambitious you are. So you will be doing a lot of walking. I happen to love a pedometer because there is a great sense of I did that at the end of the day. I walked 18 miles today, and it's nice to see how many miles you actually do walk. Don't expect to lose any weight there, though, because Disney has awesome food that is not low calorie. What else? Antibacterial wipes are important. Again, just wiping things down, wiping down faces. Ice cream, Mickey bars drip everywhere. And these are just good for that kind of stuff. I mean, I don't, whatever. You guys aren't stupid. You know what that stuff is good for. What else do I have in here? Children's Advil. That's always good to have. I have had, on numerous occasions, my oldest son has had scarlet fever when we're down there, I think 3 times so far. And so I carry this with me at all times. I give this to him for the fever. And I don't have it in my bag because it's one of the last minute things that I will pack, but I always take down a thermometer for my kids because I've needed it really and truly on more than one occasion. And as a quick aside, I won't go into it now, I'll go into it in another video, but if you do get sick down there, there are really good options, including a doctor that will actually come to your room. They will charge you for it. They don't accept insurance usually, but it's a nice option if you are, really sick, and sick does happen down there, most definitely. We've gone to urgent care. One of the nurses down there joked, she's like, I remember you. You guys want a room here? I mean, sick does happen, and there are options, and I will discuss it in another video, but, so, yes, thermometer is a nice thing to have in the room with you. Just, keep an eye on fevers if there is one, that kind of thing. Gum. I believe I discussed it in the last video that they do not sell gum anywhere on Disney property. You will not find this sold in any of the gift shops, anywhere. They do sell mints, and they're lousy. They're very weak mints, and if you like Altoids, do not even bother buying mints in Disney World because you will be sorely disappointed. They will charge you a lot of money for them. So that's the kind of thing you should probably bring yourself. But you won't find gum anywhere in Disney. Disney did not want gum in his parks anywhere. So if you want to have gum, if you're a gum chomper, please make sure to bring your own. But if I find out that you have stuck your gum anywhere but in a garbage can, I need you to promise me, if you're going to carry gum, it only ever goes in a garbage can. It doesn't go under benches. It doesn't go under ride seats. It doesn't go under tables. It doesn't go under chairs. Only in the garbage when you're done. So, gum. One of the other things that I don't have here right now that I did mention in my last video is a flashlight. A little portable, you know, those small flashlights that go in your purse. They're really nice for the dark rides for little guys. I know my youngest son is afraid of the dark rides. Pirates scares him. Snow White used to scare him. So we used to have a flashlight for him that made him feel braver. And I don't recommend, my children have grown up respecting Disney World and they understand the rules and regulations of Disney World. Make sure that your children, if you are going to give them a flashlight, please don't let them point them at anybody. Please don't let them point them at things on the ride. Keep them pointed down. What else? Oh, my other pair of sunglasses. And I also need to point out, as I'm getting to the end of this, that Disney World is not a remote island in the middle of the jungle. If you have forgotten to pack something, you can still get it. Most of the Disney resorts have really well-stocked toiletry area. They've got a really well-stocked gift shop that has everything from formula to diapers to wipes to tampons to maxi pads to sunblock. What else do they do? They sell swim diapers. They sell baby food. So, you know, you will find whatever it is you need there. If you've lost it, if you've forgotten it, don't stress. I know on the way from the airport to your hotel, if you don't want to do the Magical Express, if you're not renting a car, I would recommend trying to find a car service that will make a stop for you. Some of them will make a stop for like a half an hour at a Publix or a Walgreens or a Target or a Walmart, and you can grab your supplies there. So if you don't feel like shipping down, but there is some stuff that you feel like I've mentioned here or things that you think you might need that are larger that you don't want to pack, certainly that is definitely an option that you need to look into. And just do a search on the internet. You can do any of the car services down at the Orlando airport will do that for you. This is the other important thing, the hand sanitizer gel. It goes right along with the disinfectant spray. I wipe down small hands whenever they are free. Whenever they will hand them to me, I make sure everybody gets wiped down pretty frequently. You notice I don't mention my husband. He's kind of on his own for Disney World. He's a big guy. He can figure all this stuff out on his own. What else do I have in here? I like to carry around a brush and some barrettes in the park, just to keep my hair off my face. What else do I have in here? More baseball caps, more wet wipes, razors. I think that's about it for my packing for you guys. Yeah. What's this? Oh, one last thing that I will mention. If you have nails, as many of us do, I suggest getting and bringing some nail glue with you. I have gone through many broken tips, broken nails, that I wish that I had brought this with me. This is the first trip that I'm actually pulled together enough to remember to purchase this and bring it. The other thing that I will touch on right now while it's in my head is, not sitting on my stuff, is makeup in Disney World. It is going to be hot, especially coming into the months that we're into now. Please don't stress over looking pretty, looking cute in the parks. Pack clothing. I am a famous offender over and over and over again for packing things like lipsticks that I never ever wear. I'm like, oh, well, I'll wear this in Disney. Or, you know, something for my hair. Oh, I'll wear this in Disney. A new shirt. Something I don't wear. If I don't wear it at home or I don't use it at home, it does not get packed. And that definitely applies to makeup. I pack the bare minimum with makeup: mascara, one color of eyeshadow, a lip gloss, liquid eyeliner, and a pencil eyeliner. That's it. And you know, it's hot, so your makeup is going to sweat off your face. So go light, go easy on the makeup. Your hair, you will probably be wearing a hat, if not some sort of cute clip, one of these clips, or, you know, barrettes. Jewelry, you really don't need a lot of jewelry down there. It's not a fashion show. Go clever, go smart, go easy. It's hot. You're not going to want a lot on you. Think of what you wear, how you dress in August. And that's what you need to be packing. Pack comfortable shoes. And I'll go through all this again when I actually get packing. But, you know, with all the toiletries and everything that I'm shipping down, all this stuff is, a lot of it is in case stuff, a lot of it is maybe stuff, but most of the stuff that I've shown you is pretty time tested and stuff that I actually use and that I do need and that I have had come in handy. So I hope that this has been helpful to you guys. I will do another one of these videos when I'm actually packing. We have 17 days to go, so I'm not quite ready yet, but as soon as I'm ready to pack, I will bring you guys in and I will pack. I'll do a live vlog of a pack. So if you guys have any questions, if there's anything that I'm not answering, anything that I'm not touching on, anything that you want to know about, please leave it below in the comments, and I will be happy to answer it for you. If I don't know the answer, I will get my husband involved and I will ask him because he knows everything about Disney World. So again, I hope that this has been helpful. I hope you've enjoyed watching this, and peace out, my little peeps.